Okay, so things to do when you're live streaming. First of all, wait until it's exciting before you start your live streaming. You want to catch people's attention in the first few minutes, and they're going to share it and get other people to come and watch. So don't sort of do it while everyone's milling around and getting ready and getting their placards out of ready and things. Wait till it's all happening and then start. You could start with the camera pointing at you and introduce the action. Tell people where you are and why the protesters are there, and describe what's going on. It's nice to interact with the people watching on the live stream, so you can thank viewers for watching and ask them to share, but you mustn't put please share in the description, as Facebook doesn't like that. You can reply to the good comments as well. So for example, things like, thank you for watching from whichever country people say we're watching from. And I would just ignore the trolls or the negative comments. On Facebook, you can just remove these afterwards if they're irrelevant or rude. Here's a little live stream example. This was in Oxford, not many people there, but it was a little action. So interviews and then going to the actions.
We're not the only people to be considered. The 7.5 billion people that are on the planet at the moment are as nothing compared to the future generations that could depend on the life-giving services of this planet in the future. But we are destroying the ability of these people even to be born.
Thanks for. So I'm just pausing there a second just to say, so think about your framing when you're framing your interview, so you can see him clearly and he's filling quite a part to this 1/3 of the screen, and then in the background you can see the action taking place. Good likes and thanks for watching. We're going to go and see if they've got any more tunes lined up for us. So tomorrow starts 2 weeks of Extinction Rebellion actions across the country. Do you have another song lined up?
We do. We have a traditional Extinction Rebellion chant, People Gonna Rise Like Water, which again is often used at Extinction Rebellion protests, and you may well hear in London. Okay? Ready? People gonna rise like water, gonna turn this system round. In the voice of my great-granddaughter, saying climate justice now.
So with that, you can see that you're going from an interview, then you're showing, going on to the next interview with a bit of narration, then you're showing what's happening on the action. So your steps during live streaming, longer streams get more viewers. So if you are able to keep live streaming for 30 minutes or more, you're going to get more viewers than if it's just lots of short videos. Beforehand, find good people to interview. I find that crucial to sort of get the points across about why people have come to the action and what they want to change, what the campaign is all about. You can repeat why your group is there and what is going on every sort of 10 to 15 minutes. With live streams, people just drop in and they watch a little bit, know what's going on, and then they move on to something else on social media. So it doesn't matter if you're repeating yourself every sort of 10 to 15 minutes as to why you're there and what that campaign is about. And at the end, it's nice to sign off, point out how the action's gone, repeat what the protest ask or demand is, and say bye for now and thanks for watching, etc. When you finish, go and check it. The finished live stream is on Facebook. You could edit the description if you need to then, and then copy and share the link widely. When you're off live streaming, if it's just you live streaming, then you need to both present the live stream and film it, which is quite a tricky juggle. So do practice ahead of time. I like to be behind the camera normally when I'm talking and showing the action and things that are going on, but otherwise you can use the button to change which camera, whether it's on the front of the screen if you want to present, and then you can press it so that the front camera is working to film what people are doing on the action. If you've got two people working together, one of you can be holding the camera and filming and the other one presenting. And if you've got more people that are prepared to help you, another one could either hold your notes up. I often have a page of notes of what things to say, what points to remember. And they could also go and line up the next interview. So they could be going right through the action and find somebody else to come up to the camera to speak to the camera next. Also, after a live stream, if you do know editors, they can take the file from your phone and they could edit out some short clips for social media. So you might have got a great interview which lasted 90 seconds, really important clip, and then you could use that and put that out on all your social media as well. So amplify what that protest has done, get those short clips out there as well. They will get a different audience than somebody who wants to watch a 30-minute live stream. Think about what to film and what not to film. Don't ask what people are doing next. In the UK, there's quite a few sort of spicy or actions which could be arrestable. You don't want people to say those on the live stream before it happens. And also think about, could your footage be used to either support or convict a protester in court? So just be aware of what you're filming. Is it good for that protester to have that filmed, or should you point your camera in a different direction at that moment? And also quite a lot of my footage has ended up in court cases to help protect protesters, to show that they were being totally non-violent at the time of the arrest. Do let people know why the protesters are there, where you are, what are XR's demands, and have a list of relevant and interesting facts that you can drop in the present while you're narrating. So quick go over interview skills. If possible, find your interviewees before the event starts, but if it's not possible, point your camera away from them while you ask. Ask them why they got involved, get them to describe what is going on today and what do they hope to achieve. And I often end with, is there anything else you'd like to say? And that gives an opportunity for the protester to say what they think, why they've joined XR, why they're out on that demonstration today. And it's a bit of a balance between not letting them talk for too long and not talking over them. So you have to balance that out with how much time you've got on your live stream. So make sure you capture the action. That might be that banners are being hung or people are locking on. Try and show the number of people at the demonstration. And don't live stream ahead of the action if it means it could get stopped because people spot it online. I think we said some of this before. Hold your phone steady or use a monopod. And if you want to capture speeches, if people are all going to do speeches, make sure you get right to the front. You don't want to be filming the back of people's heads in front of you. Try and get right to the front and get the best audio you can by holding your mic out from your headphones if you can towards the people that are speaking. And also just think about safety. Stay aware of your surroundings, even though you're focused on your screen, and just be aware of traffic and police, etc. So we have a Telegram list, which is for global live streamers. And the idea is that you could ask questions on this list about live streaming. You can also let us know when you're going live, and then hopefully each of us can share other people's live streams to amplify that action. And so please do join the global live stream group, and we'll put that link out to you. So now on to vMix, which is multi-camera phones joining into the same live stream. I'll leave it on that page, but Vlad, could you join at this point?
Thanks, Zoe.
Do you want to describe multi-camera live streaming and vMix and how that works?
Yeah, cool. And hi, everyone. What I do from a technical point of view is, just checking my feed, okay, is what we call vMix, which is if the things that Zoe's been talking about, if you kind of think of that as normally one person with one device streaming to one platform like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. What we can do with vMix is we can stream from lots of different locations or lots of cameras or lots of people connecting through one central point, like a control center, to multiple destinations like multiple Facebook pages and YouTube and Twitter all at the same time. and the bit in the middle is what specifically I do, and it, because it goes through one central place, it gives us access to put things like pre-recorded videos in between the live stream. We can switch between people and locations. We can add titles. We can, have a drone feed. We can have, well, basically anything. If you think of it more like a professional TV broadcast type scenario, rather than the kind of usual live streaming, and that's what vmixing is. And the word vmix itself refers to the software that we use. It's not a general term for this kind of streaming. It's just the software that we use for it. So in a lot of respects, it sounds more complicated, but it can be simpler for the live streamer in a lot of ways, in the sense that each person that connects up to the system, they don't need to worry about Facebook permissions or admin rights or the description to use. And also, each person isn't live all the time. You kind of, when you connect up to the system, you see the video that you're sending to the control room, and you see the live stream next to it. So you know when you're live, and you kind of say your bit for a few minutes or whatever, and then we can cut to someone else, and then you can relax and you can have a think about what to say next, or you can find someone to interview. So in a way, it kind of takes a bit of the pressure out of being live. The director is in constant touch with you as well. So if you've got headphones on, you can hear kind of cues or little messages in your ear whilst live or whilst someone else is live. So say if we've got two locations and location A is live and you're at location B, I might say in your ear, okay, are you ready if we come to you in a few seconds, or just be ready. And then you can see when it switches to your location, and say your bit, and and like that. And it does make streaming to multiple destinations very easy, and something that you as a streamer don't need to know about. That's all handled centrally. And yeah, like I said, there's no app to download. So the whole thing, from a streamer's point of view, is in a browser. So yeah, it's very simple. We normally use this kind of thing for, I guess, slightly bigger actions, or like actions where we need multiple cameras, where there's lots of things happening, or that happens over multiple locations. So we can switch between locations, and it emphasizes the fact that the action is bigger than it may seem if there's only one person streaming at one location. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I missed. Yeah, the software that it uses is, it's professional in the product, in the stream, but it's also professional in price, and it's quite expensive. It's over $1,000, and there's a lot of training that goes in the directing part. But to be someone who streams, who connects up, then it's very easy. There's no price to that. There's like I said, there's no app. It's just everyone gets sent individually a link to connect, and as soon as you press that link, you get connected to the system, and your video is then being recorded at the same time. So even if you're not live, if there's a big action covered by many people, then all of that is being recorded, and it's very useful later on for if we need it for court cases and legal reasons, but also to cut into a video that can be produced after. And also, if something exciting happens at two locations, because they've both been recorded, once one location's finished, a host can introduce the pre-recorded content from another location. Yeah, so that's it really. I think I really enjoy the software, and I think it's really powerful for what we do. Emphasizes the coordinated nature of the actions and the scale of some of the actions. And yeah, I just really enjoy kind of being in the vMix world. So I think from a point of view of maybe people here, just keep it on your radar, I guess. Maybe Zoe could say a few words, but vMix specifically, if a country has a big action coming up that would benefit from being streamed through vMix, then get in touch. It's not something we use for every action. It takes a lot of planning beforehand. But yeah, it's there, it's available.
Oh, I've just got a couple of examples to show as well, if people would like those. So if I screen share again. Can you see that okay? So yeah, so with the vMix, all you need is your phone. With the headphones, if possible, is great. With the mic built in on the headphones, you'll be sent a link by Vlad, which you just click on. It takes you straight through to the software and online to actually be ready to go, and then you'll be directed by the vMix editor. So Vlad can have, I think, up to 8 sources of footage coming in. So those could be from any country in the world, but quite often one of those is his computer, and on there he can have pre-recorded videos. So we can have video clips that have been sent in earlier if similar actions have happened, but in different time zones, or if there's been edits made about that topic beforehand, we can drop those into the live stream. And it really does make actions feel global.
Really, it's something worthwhile looking up. Absolutely criminal. And it's more than 100 billion of taxpayers' money as well. That's something you would have heard. So if you are tuning in today, please do follow this. Amazing. I've just been told we're going to go to Colne Valley in Denham now. So I'm going to leave you from this concrete jungle in London. And I would just say, have a look around me. Do you want the rest of the British countryside to look like this? This is absolutely not something that I think we want our world to look like. We want more green spaces. We certainly don't want to be chopping them down. So we're going to go over now to Denham County Park to see some of those green spaces where people are fighting for change.
And hello, Serena. Yes, so here we are. We've been pushed back to the main gate at HS2. The other gate we went to was blockaded, so we couldn't get in there. So here we are back.
I might just show the video, which is all about live streaming. So this is a video all about live streaming.
So much going on in 7 days. They've tried to silence us of getting the message out and speaking the truth. And this is all about speaking the truth.
The end of the earth.
Why should people be live streaming? It's that immediacy. You're getting stuff straight out to the audience. We get absolutely vast numbers of people on the live streams.
The truck says animal farming equals pandemics and climate crisis. Such a powerful message, because that's right, animal farming is one of the biggest drivers of climate change.
We've joined rebels from Cardiff, Wales and South West in a sort of mega region get together, and the focus for today is telling the truth.
And you're live on Extinction Rebellion. Could you explain what you're doing?
We want to wake people up and let people know that the government are hugely accountable for this.
And they have glued their hands to the windows. So how old are you, please?
I'm 92.
Be gentle with him.
I'm Dan, I'm a bin man, and I think HS2 is going to ruin our beautiful countryside.
Henry out.
To a place that you
We need to act now against the government that is implicit in destroying our futures. It's terrifying.
We weren't allowed to leave, and I raised this with an inspector, and he said, oh, the decision changed. And I asked him to repeat it. I've got it on film as well.
Act like your house is on fire, because it is.
Those that carry a greater historical burden should do more.
So the goal here is to leave no one falling short on the essentials of life in the hole in the middle of that donut.
I'm going to hold this up slowly so you can see it over the wall.
These people are literally putting their lives on the line, and unfortunately that's what it takes to stop such a ridiculous project like this.
They actually signed this into law that the fracking on American soil was exempt.
This moment in time, you're under arrest for obstruction of the highway.
Okay, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for everybody for watching.
Collaboration between XRU, UKSCN.
We will be the ones to suffer for your profit. We will pay the price for your inaction. And yet we are the ones who are out here.
The beginning of this so-called modern age of the Anthropocene began with the dispossession of the first people.
We were found here by colonizers, we were found here by slave traders.
Please do not destroy our water in the Okavango Delta.
This is where the climate talks are.
I am scared. Everything that I love is in severe danger.
If we don't face this, if we don't work together, we're potentially looking at the death of billions.
I'm willing to do anything. This is our world. This is history. This is everything we know.
Yeah, just to say this is the start of our training plans, and we will do more advanced courses and repeat trainings as often as we can, so that there'll be more to come, and we'll make all the assets available as soon as we can as well.
Oh, thank you to Guérance as well, who's been hosting not only the lovely sessions in the breaks, but also popped in to do a little extra today. Thank you very much. All right, I'm glad we can see the interpreters. There you go. There's Benedict, I think, and Lilu somewhere. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.